Oh.
Okay, Summer. So during your assessment, we noticed that there was a little bit of bleeding on your gums. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, sometimes when I brush it bleeds, but I figured that was just from me brushing too hard.
Alright, there's definitely a chance that that is the case, that you're just brushing a little bit too hard. Can you tell me about your regular day-to-day routine for brushing your teeth?
So I brush my teeth twice a day, but as you can see, I lost my arm in a graphic design related incident, and it's kind of hard to floss, considering it was my dominant hand. It's kind of hard to floss with one hand. That's your non-dominant hand, so I don't floss.
Okay. So for the toothbrushing, would you be able to show me with this toothbrush how you brush?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to get an idea, I'm just gonna. Alright, so here's this brand new toothbrush. Here you go. You can just show me, and then I'll just be here to observe.
Okay. It's kind of hard because this is my non-dominant hand, so it's like really awkward to do it.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah. Okay. So is that how you usually that's how long you usually brush for?
Yeah, about that, like 40 seconds-ish.
Okay. So would it be okay? Like that is a very good technique. But would it be okay if I showed you maybe a different technique that would be easier for you to start learning since you're brushing with a non-dominant hand?
Sure, I'm open to learning anything.
Okay. So here I'm just gonna show you on this Typodon. So the technique that I would recommend is so you put half of the toothbrush on your gum line and on your gums, and then you put the other half on your tooth, and then you just go in small circular motions, and then you would do that on all of the teeth on the top and on the bottom. You do that on the front side right here, and you would do the same motion on the back. And then on the biting surface, you would just go back and forth like that.
Okay.
So do you understand?
Yeah, how long should I usually brush for?
So the best time to brush the best amount of time to brush is usually about 2 minutes. So what I usually recommend is just counting to 30 in each section that you're brushing.
Okay.
And then in that case, it's like about the amount of time that you brushed.
Okay.
So I'll pass you that toothbrush again, and you can demonstrate. And I'll also give you a mirror so that you can see yourself brushing. So here's the toothbrush, and I'll just hold the mirror up here for you.
So, big circles.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd actually be doing it for 30 seconds each side. And then, okay.
So how does that feel?
It feels okay. It's kind of hard just because I'm left-handed, or I'm not left-handed, so it's just a little awkward at first, but I'm sure I'll get used to it.
Okay, would it be okay if I helped you out with that?
Yeah, sure.
And I would just, okay, so I'm just gonna put this over here. I'm just gonna grab my glove here. Oh, I want to use this one, so let's use a new one. Okay.
Can I have the mirror?
For sure. So what I was gonna do, so I'll just place the mirror up here like this, so we can take a look.
Okay.
Okay. So then you can hold on to the toothbrush as well, and then just put it in your mouth, and then just small circular motions like that. And then on your biting surface, just go back and forth like that.
Okay.
And then the same thing on your bottom. And then you'd want to do the same thing at the inside of your tongue. See, you're doing perfect. Alright.
Okay. So that on each side for 2 minutes.
Yeah, so you would do that on all surfaces of your teeth for about 2 minutes total.
Thank you, that helped a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah, so that technique, we call that just the circular technique, is used by people of all ages, and since you're basically learning how to brush your teeth all over again because you are using your non-dominant hand. I find this is the perfect technique for you. Or we also would recommend, my personal recommendation for you would be an electric toothbrush, which I can show you how you would brush with that. So just pretend that this is an electrical toothbrush.
Okay.
And the nice thing about the electrical toothbrush is that it vibrates for you and it moves like up and down really fast for you. So all you would have to do is just place the toothbrush, like half on the gum and then half on the tooth, and just sweep downward. So then you would leave it for maybe a few seconds and then just sweep downwards. And then on your biting surface, you do the same thing. You just hold and then just kind of like little sweep out just to make sure you get all the debris off. And do that on all of your teeth. And once again, for 2 minutes.
I just feel like doing that, it would hurt my gums a lot. Like, how hard do I press with the electric toothbrush?
Okay, so you shouldn't press hard at all, and I would recommend using a soft bristle toothbrush head, just because your gums are very sensitive right now. And even though it is a soft bristle head, it's still gonna remove all the debris, as long as you just don't press too hard.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, so I can start looking at brands for you to see which one would be best for you. And yeah. So for your flossing, you said that you haven't been flossing because you lost your arm, right?
Yeah, because with the string floss, you need 2 hands, so I haven't been doing it because that's the only floss I know how to use.
Okay, so I do have a few recommendations for you. So I'll show you one of the more common fix. So this is called a floss pick. And so essentially it's just a piece of floss that is held together by like 2 little pillars. And also at the bottom here we just have a little pick. So if you do need to just pick something out real fast that's not coming out the floss, you just poke it with that and then yeah. So I'll show you how to demonstrate. So you would just take the floss and then make sure to not snap it in because then you could damage the tissue more. And then so you do is just very gently and like make sure to put some pressure against your other teeth, like as a support, and just a little bit of pressure and make like a seesaw motion, and then make a C against your one tooth and just go up and down. Oh, okay, don't do that. And just very gently just go up and down.
So it's kind of like shining a shoe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you just go back on the next tooth and do the same motion.
Okay.
And then just gently saw it out. Yeah, it might take a little bit of practice, but as long as you just go slow and take your time, it'll work. And we also do have other options. So we do have stuff like, it's called the air floss or the power floss. And those, it kind of shoots a mixture of like air and water in between your teeth, and you just would place it in between your teeth, press the little button, and it would remove any plaque or any loose debris that would be stuck in between your teeth.
Okay.
Those ones are a little bit more on the pricier side. They're between $80 to $100. So it's totally up to you which one you want to use.
Okay. I don't think that's in my price range right now, but I think in the future it would definitely be for my benefit to invest in something like that.
Okay, that's a good idea.
But right now I think I'm going to go get the floss sticks. That seems like a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any concerns that I can help you with?
No, I think you addressed everything.
Okay. Oh, and before I forget, I also would recommend using an antiseptic mouth rinse twice a day. So usually we recommend Listerine Zero, just because it's more gentle on your gums than the alcoholized ones. And usually with the alcoholized mouth rinses, it can get very irritated. So that's why we usually recommend either zero alcohol or like very light Listerine. So I'll give you a few samples. I'll go get some samples. We'll give you the toothbrush, the floss picks, and some Listerine that we use in the clinic. I'll go get you some of that. And when you come in for your next appointment, you can let me know how it goes.
Perfect.
We'll go from there.
Thank you.
All right, perfect. You're filming?
Mm-hmm.
So Alyssa, so we just finished
Summer.
Oh. Okay, Summer. So what we're just gonna do is I'm just gonna give that to you. So I'm just gonna put on my glove, just to make sure I don't put. There we go.
Twice a day. But as you can see, I lost my arm recently in a graphic design related incident. I can't say that. Okay. In a graphic design related incident. My arm in a graphic design related instrument. Okay, what is that for?
So you lost it.
Where am I?
You lost it in a graphic design
Related instrument. Okay. I recently
accident.
lost my arm in a
Okay.
Okay. So I usually brush my teeth twice a day, but unfortunately I lost my arm in a graphic design related instrument.